Hello and welcome to our virtual back to school night. I am Ms. James, one of the kindergarten teachers at Truesdale Education Campus, and I'll be walking us through our presentation for the evening. Dear parents, thank you for the extra encouragement and support that you've been giving our students. It has helped tremendously, and as you can see, a few examples of some of the student work that we've received so far. This has been a very big adjustment for both you guys and us, the teachers. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for making it easy for us all. Thank you. First, we're going to discuss our attendance. Attendance is taken every day through Canvas. In order for your student to receive credit for attending class, you will have to log in through Canvas, and that is using the dcps.instructure.com. Once you log in, you'll see your student's teacher's name, and you'll see something that looks like this. You just click on whatever day of the week it is, and it will direct you to our schedule. So if it's Thursday, then I'm going to click on Thursday, and it'll take me to the Thursday calendar. If you have any absences, planned and unplanned, please make sure you communicate that with the school at this email provided here. You can go ahead and take a picture of it. You can also make sure your student's teacher knows why your student is absent. So be sure to log in every day through Canvas and make sure you notify the school of any absences or tardiness. Once you log in, you'll be taken to our schedule. We broke up our kindergarteners into 2 cohorts just to make learning a little bit easier online for the young ones. Our first group will meet every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8:30. They'll begin with a morning meeting. They'll go into a foundations lesson, and then they'll go into reading and writing and a small group. After the group, we'll have lunch at 11:30. And then they'll meet for specials at 12. Now, to access specials, they will have to go back into Canvas and click on the specials link. Inside of Canvas, the schedule is laid out with hyperlinks where you just click on it and it'll direct you exactly where you need to be. And that is the same for our asynchronous learning, which happens after specials. Students will also have social studies and science every week. Our group B is a little bit different. They meet a little later in the morning, beginning at 10:45 with specials, but you guys can use that 8:30 to 10:45 block to complete the asynchronous learning through Lexia and Zern. And I will discuss that in more detail further into the slideshow. After specials, they'll have lunch, and then they will begin at 12 every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday with their whole group, followed by the foundations, the reading, writing, math, and small group, and guided reading. So for the guided reading in the small groups, we will use the information that we received from the assessments that we've been taking. Your students should have received an assessment from the teacher. If they haven't already, they will this week, and we'll use that information to develop groups that are more targeted in the learning for your student. Wednesdays look a little different. For now, Group A will meet at 10:15. Group B will meet at 1:45. Now, Wednesdays are used for family check-ins and also more small group instruction, just in case they missed something during the week or the teacher might have noticed they struggled in a certain area. We will address this during our Wednesday meetings. If your student needs to meet at a specific time, that will be communicated to you through your teacher prior to the day of class. Wednesdays are also used for asynchronous learning, and there are no special classes held on Wednesdays. Now, I just wanted to remind you guys of some of the norms and the setup that you guys can incorporate at your houses to make learning a little easier for both the teachers and the students. And you guys have been doing a great job with this, but we just wanted to remind you to please designate a space at a table with a chair for your child during virtual learning. Eventually, we will be back in the school building, and we want to get them acclimated to sitting at a desk for a period of time. So please designate a space in your house, preferably with a table and chair, but if not, you can set it up on the floor, get creative, but let that be your student space where every day they come to that space and they know this is my learning space. Please limit the distractions around that space. For example, a loud TV, toys that might be in their reach, things like that. Please also make sure that their materials are close by. We understand that a lot of you don't have some of the foundations materials. We are still working on getting those to you, but for now, please use what we have or what you guys have, and just make sure they are always close to that learning space. Please log into class 3 to 5 minutes early, just to avoid any technical issues that you may have, in case you need to reach out to the child's teacher before they actually start teaching class. Once class begins, it's a little difficult to teach and to respond to parents. So we just ask that you kind of log in early just to alleviate some of that, so we can get started on time, and that so that everyone is present. Now, we also ask that you limit the assistance that you provide to your students. Often we ask a student a question, we'll hear the parent whispering the answer to them. We know that you guys know the answer. We want to know what your student already knows and what they're picking up in the class that we are teaching. So please just limit that assistance that you're providing. We appreciate the support, but just try not to tell them the answers to the questions when they're being asked by the teacher. And I know a lot of the students are shy. Just give us a chance to try to reach out and get that student to participate as best we can. If we need assistance from the parents, we'll maybe ask you to chime in and, maybe even translate for us. But for now, please try not to give them the answers to the questions. So asynchronous learning is the learning that's happening when we're not in a live classroom. And we at Truesdale are going to do that through Clever. Within Clever, there is Zern and there's Lexia. Lexia is an activity where the students are working on their phonics, and Zern is an activity where they are working on math skills. Clever is also on our calendar in Canvas. You just go to the calendar where it says asynchronous learning and click on the button that says click here for Lexia and Zern. We're asking that the students complete 20 minutes every day of Zern and 20 minutes every day of Lexia. It is completely up to you as a parent to decide whether or not you want your students to finish all their work in the daytime and maybe not have any asynchronous learning or any screen time for the evening, but you also have the option to complete Lexia and Zern after school hours. It's completely up to you. We just ask that they do it every day for a minimum of 20 minutes, and that's for both Zern and Lexia. And again, these can both be accessed through Canvas. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you again for all of the support that you guys have been providing thus far. Hopefully, we will be in the classroom sooner than later, but also safely. We've created an email for any concerns or questions that you may have around this presentation. Again, it'll be available up through October so that if you need to go back and watch it again, you can. If you have any questions, there's a link right here that you can access, or you can email your child's teacher or text them directly. Thank you again for your time. You guys have a wonderful evening.